Now let's get to our big story. Tonight, we're not starting in Portland or even the metro area like we often do. In fact, let's just get out of town. We're going to start in the Klamath Basin, which extends from southern Oregon all the way to northern California. You might remember our stories from last year about the drought in the region. It's okay if you don't. There's a drought in the region. The fight is over water rights now, and with a drought, there's not enough. And the farmers have told us they need the water for irrigation.
The grain I'm planting here today, there's not enough water to irrigate it. I'm using what little moisture we got from a rain and snowfall that happened Sunday. One of the first in, 3 months since we've seen moisture here. We're planting into that, and we're hoping to get some grain up to help hold the soil.
Just awful for the farmers. But the Klamath tribes have senior rights to the region's main water supply. That's Klamath Lake. So that means they get first dibs. The courts have ruled and backed that up. They're using the water to keep endangered fish alive.
That was a central part of our ancestors' diets forever. And as the water's dried up, the marshlands have gone away. The locust is a fraction of what it once was.
So you can see there are some tensions, and the tensions between the groups reached a real boiling point last year when the federal government said farmers could not get any water from the lake because, well, there just wasn't enough. A militia group funded by Ammon Bundy, who took over the Malheur National Wildlife Refuge, they threatened to get involved. And some farmers staged a protest near the headgates of the lake. The headgate is the beginning of that big irrigation pipe. They threatened to open it by force and to take the water for themselves. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed, and that did not end up happening. But that was last year. So what's this year like? Well, things don't look much better, unfortunately. On Monday, Governor Brown issued a drought declaration for Klamath County. It's nearly a month earlier than the one she issued for the region last year. She says she's committed to dedicating state resources to help, although it's not like she can make it rain. But she is telling state departments to work with users and see how they can help. The feds are also working on a plan. They've issued a statement saying the Department of Interior is looking for proposals, which suggests, by the way, they don't have any, that the proposals they're looking for would help restore the ecosystem in the basin and minimize the impacts of drought on farmers, the tribes, and wildlife. So if you happen to have a magic machine that can make it rain, I know where you can get a lot of work. Otherwise, it's hard to imagine how they're going to solve this. But they do have lots of taxpayer money available through the president's infrastructure bill.